My name is Isabella Mejia. I'm sure many of you have been told by your parents, teachers, or coaches to give it your all. Whether it comes to school, work, a sport, or whatever you're passionate about, like cooking or gardening. Whether it's a relationship, a degree in college, a challenge, a better, more desired result is to come from a maximum effort endeavor. Even if you don't use all your effort and fail, you get right back up from that failure and try again. The past 18 years of my life, I feel as if I've accomplished many things with all the power I could. I have grown relationships using my manners, kept A's and B's in school, graduated, rescued a dog, went on many trips, got my scuba diving license, built relationships through my work, and prioritized my fitness with determination to give these all my greatest effort. By committing maximum effort to any endeavor, big or small, it builds a work ethic that will help to accomplish success in life in anything I do. Today, I will tell you two examples of using all your might in whatever you do. First, I will explain Aesop's fable, The Boy and the Nettles, to demonstrate the outcome of using all your might to accomplish anything you do. Then I will share a story of my own, however more understated and less perilous than the boy's. To start, let's focus on Aesop's fable, The Boy and the Nettles. Aesop's story of the boy and the nettles is somewhat known, but the moral is not, so let me share that and what the tale teaches us. As retold by the website Aesop's Fables, retrieved on September 23rd, 2020, Aesop tells of a boy stung by a nettle. If you've ever seen a nettle, you know the feeling is slightly grazing it and it hurts. If you haven't seen one, you might remember how one felt according to wildlife trusts. The stinging nettle is a familiar and common plant, often firmly rooted in our memories after our first hands-on experience. A prickling irritation that's not forgotten easily, and that was written on January 28, 2026. But anyway, when stung, he runs to his mother to tell her how gently he got it and he was in severe pain. Furthermore, the boy's mother tells him to grab it with all his might and it won't hurt him. It will be soft. In summary, Aesop's The Boy and the Nettles shows us that when doing a task in life or performing an act, whatever you do it with all your might. Following that interesting tale, let's look at an example that is more understandable. As I grew up, my experiences taught me to give my all in my ventures more than my upbringing did. I'm sure many people have found themselves pushing to be the best and giving their all to achieve the best possible outcome. For me, it was in school and by being respectful to everyone I met. As I mentioned, growing up, my parents never forced me to have good grades or use my manners. Sure, they taught me how to be respectful and that school was important, but I wasn't coming home from school with a what are your grades, how was the test? So naturally, I found myself wanting to do good in school for me because I liked seeing the A's and B's and I didn't like seeing anything lower. The same goes for my manners. When I saw how grown-ups reacted to my good manners and how respectful I was, it was like being rewarded for being nice. These are just two examples, but now I tell myself that if I'm going to start something, then I should do everything in my power to finish it. In my fitness, I choose to eat healthy, work out, and complete the schedule I have in place for myself. And in my home life, I choose to keep up my laundry, keep a clean area. I choose to take care of my dog by feeding him, taking him for walks, and letting him explore because I chose to have this dog. So he deserves my full effort. I've seen what happens when you don't fully show up for things that you're supposed to. My whole life, my dad always said stuff like, we'll travel the country this summer or we'll go this place, but it never happened. My story is nowhere near the simple act of grasping a sharp, irritating plant that Aesop's The Boy and the Nettles tells, but through experiences we both learn to give our all. As explained in Aesop's fable and through the retelling of my personal experience, you should give your all in everything you do. Even if you fail the first time, you can get back up and try again. So no matter how many times it takes you to succeed, as long as you try with all your might, that will make the true difference. Thank you. Are there any questions?